Let's go back to the charcuterie board. And because those things are beautiful. But for me to sit down and try to figure that out, not likely to happen. So, but if somebody was to teach me and make it simple for me, that would be a huge gift. And not only do I get to have that talent now, then I also get to spend time with them. And, you can make it a lot of fun. Hi, and welcome to Beyond the Paycheck. I'm Paula Christine. So today we're going to talk about that fast approaching holiday season where it's, everybody's on the push to buy gifts and maybe gifts that you don't have the money to spend. The ads right now are hyped up, because they want you to come in and shop. And they not only want you to shop, they want you to shop for big ticket items. So let's bypass all of that and let's talk about what makes the best gifts. So for me, the best gifts are that build memories. They're not gift cards, and they're definitely not that present that you definitely don't need or never even really wanted. I remember I have some of those gifts that they've made memories for me because they were like, are you clueless? Do you not even totally know who I am? Why would you give a panini maker to somebody who's gluten-free and can't eat paninis? I mean, just simple things like that are like, did you really put any effort into thinking about would that be something that I would enjoy? But there are gifts out there that you can give that can build memories and won't break the bank. Using your creativity, and you can come up with a ton of different things to do. But you don't even have to do that because I've already come up with 15 of them for you, and you can download that PDF. It'll be in the show notes, and take a look at the ideas that I've come up with. But we have to make a show. So with the show, we're going to talk about 5 of those that I'd like to get or I would enjoy giving to someone else. Back when I was first married, now I'm since divorced, but when we were first married, we had 2 blended families and we had 5 children together, and we didn't have a lot of money. And I always felt that if somebody gave you a gift, you had to give them one back. And I really, really wish people wouldn't have been giving us gifts, but I really thought that, since they gave me one, I have to give back to them. So what do you do when you need to give gifts and you don't have any money? You have to come up and you have to be creative. So I did. So one of the first things that I did when we were first married is I made cookies and muffins. And let me tell you, I am not a baker, but I followed the recipes, and I'm assuming they turned out well because the people were like, calling the next day and saying how they enjoyed having those with their morning coffee. The cost of doing that is the cost of the ingredients. But if you have to spread that over maybe 5 or 6 gifts, when you look at the average cost per gift, it's very, very inexpensive to do that. And so I didn't go out and buy baskets to put everything in. I just went to the dollar store and bought maybe nice little dollar Christmas plate and put the gifts on there, wrapped it in cellophane and put a bow on it. And that was it. It was pretty good. Now, this year, I think I might go back to that, even though that people aren't giving me gifts because we've kind of stopped that over the years. But I took a sourdough class, and I really liked and enjoyed making that sourdough. So I'm thinking about making the bread and just wrapping it up in a nice little bow and giving that to my sisters and brother for Christmas with some jam. Now, I'm not making the jam. I mean, you're lucky I'm making the bread, but I'm just not that good in baking and canning. So I'm going to buy the jam, which could be a cost into that. But also, if you think about it, it doesn't necessarily have to be jam. It could be, which might even be better, because if you think about warm sourdough bread with some butter, and you could mix some garlic into the butter, or you could put some cinnamon in the butter, or just some herbs. And that sounds yummy. I mean, that would be a pretty nice gift. I think I would enjoy receiving that gift myself and also giving it away. Now, sourdough is really actually, by the way, very inexpensive to make. The ingredients are, you need to get a starter, which if you ask around, I'm sure you can get a starter from someone. You need to get a starter, and then you just need flour, salt, and water. So not much goes into the sourdough bread, so it makes it very, very affordable to make it. Now, another favorite idea is making a coupon book. Now, my kids used to make these for me when they were younger. And now that I think about it, I didn't use all those coupons. Maybe I can find them. Maybe they're still around somewhere. And I could be getting, a free car wash, or even better yet, maybe my house cleaned. Now, it's pretty fun to think of different ideas that you could include in a coupon book. Just off the top of my head, I could go with, babysitting, cooking a meal for someone, washing a car. Snow season's coming for most of us, so shoveling snow would be awesome. Raking leaves, or maybe even cutting someone's grass for them. Now, who would this be an awesome gift for? Think about elderly parents, or young families who have young children and are just trying to manage their lifestyle or manage their life, and could appreciate having someone to pitch in when they need it, especially maybe when it comes to babysitting. Now, if my kids are listening, I would take another coupon book, and I'll make sure that I use all those coupons. So that's a big hint for my kids. A coupon book would be nice for me. Now, let's think that we did the baking something, a coupon book. This idea I just really, really love, and it's something that could really kind of give someone a positive vibe every morning, or, just when they're having a bad day, they can do this. And it's imagine having a jar or just even a shoebox with 365 little pieces of paper that have inspirational quotes or memories, or what else can you put in there? A joke, maybe to make someone laugh. And it doesn't have to be 365. That's just, one a day for a year. Could be less than that. But, I would really, really, really enjoy getting something like that, because I'm all into positive thoughts and positive vibes. So I would enjoy receiving that gift. Now, with all the resources out there that are on the internet, or tools like Chat GBT, it could make putting this idea together really easy. I'm actually think I'm going to make that for my kids this year and their families, because I think that would be kind of cool for them to be able to pull out a note every day and just have something from me, just letting them know that I'm there and that I love them and how much joy that they give to me. And again, if my kids are listening, that's another hint. I wouldn't mind finding a jar like that under my tree. So let's move on from making a jar of notes. Let's talk about some other personal gifts that maybe are in a different way. So what about sharing a skill that you have? So if you have the ability to play guitar or piano, or, computer, something to do with computers, or I'm trying to think of some other things, cooking, teaching someone how to cook, or make a charcuterie board, or just anything that you can think of that is a talent that you have that you could share with someone. I mean, do you think how cool that would be to have someone over to your house, or you go to their house, and as your gift, you're teaching them how to make, I don't know, let's go back to the charcuterie board. And because those things are beautiful. But for me to sit down and try to figure that out, not likely to happen. So, but if somebody was to teach me and make it simple for me, that would be a huge gift. And not only do I get to have that talent now, then I also get to spend time with them. And, you can make it a lot of fun. Those are things that are going to last a lifetime. Maybe I might only make one or two charcuterie boards in my life, but I'm always going to remember that moment when somebody taught me how to do that. So if you have any special skills that you can teach someone, that would make an awesome gift. So I think, what did we hit on? We hit on the coupon book, the special skills, the food, and the jar. Here is another one that I think is a great tool too. And we all have those recipes that we hope get passed down from generation to generation. My grandma made the best meatloaf and chicken paprikash. I have not been able to master it. She never gave any of us the recipe before she passed away. Now, my sister, she's come pretty close to making it, but it's just not as perfect. It's good, but it's just not as perfect as the way that my grandmother made that. So it would really be nice to have those recipes. So what about making a recipe book for the people in your life? It doesn't have to just be your recipes that have been handed down, but it could be whatever you made last week, or 2 months ago, that you've really, really enjoyed and thought was delicious, and you want to pass that down. You could also include other siblings, or nieces or nephews, cousins, the entire family, have them send you over recipes. And then as your gift, you're going to put that book together and give it to everybody for Christmas. I think that for me, having, oh, you know what? You could also get together once a month and make a recipe out of that cookbook for everybody. You could all pitch in and do it. So that's even another way of giving a gift, is giving the recipe book, maybe teaching them how to cook the recipe. That would be, God, I would really like that one too. Another hint. So maybe not my kids giving me this gift, but maybe my girlfriends. That would be kind of cool. But these gifts aren't just for the holiday season. They are year round. I mean, you could give that to someone for their birthday or other celebrations. I mean, think about for a bridal shower. What a nice gift that would be to give someone a cookbook. And it doesn't have to be anything fancy. You know, you have a computer and, type everything up and, even if you stapled it. Or, you could go to what is it called? Office Max, I think, and probably have them bind it for you and put a cover on it. And it's probably not that expensive to do that. All I'm suggesting that you do is be creative and really think about what that person enjoys, what would make them happy. And it's so much better to receive something like that than, that wrapped gift box that, you may or may not like it, but handing over a piece of who you are and something that you're giving from your heart and saying to that person, hey, I really love and appreciate you. It's about making that memories that's going to last a lifetime. Now, that's going to be the end of today's show. I hope you found a few great ideas about personalizing some gifts, no matter for what occasion. But don't forget to download the PDF with the other 10 ideas that we didn't talk about today. And, do me a favor, if you have one that I didn't think of, please feel free to put it into the comments or email me at paula@paulachristine.com. Now, if you want some other tips or need some other resources regarding money, like getting out of debt, building an emergency account, or check out my website at paulachristine.com, and you can download some of the other resources that we have available. So thanks, and I hope you have a great holiday season and spend very little money.